Hi, good morning. It's Barry here again from turningthepage.info, and I'm again in Cleveland. It's a beautiful morning here in Cleveland, Auckland, New Zealand, and I'm going to be just sharing again another chapter from my devotional book called Broken to Build, which is about recovery based on Nehemiah and what we can glean from an ancient wall builder about rebuilding our lives and just good material, I think. So today's chapter 4, which is called The Ancient of Days. And each day I start off with a short section of scripture, and then I give a little devotional about what it's all about. So chapter 1, verses 8 and 9. Remember, I beg you, the word that you commanded your servant Moses, saying, if you trespass, I will scatter you abroad among the peoples. But if you return to me and keep my commandments and do them, though your outcasts were in the uttermost parts of the heaven, yet I will gather them from there and will bring them to the place I have chosen, to cause my name to dwell there. As I sat next to this groom, that I was in a wedding ceremony and I was going to perform the wedding, and as I sat next to the groom, I just asked him how he was feeling, and he said that he was only there because she got pregnant. And yeah, it was a bit of a shock when you're going to marry someone and they say that. And the vows were made, the commitments and hopes expressed, and I prayed that it would last, but actually sadly it didn't last. All of us let people down in various ways. We don't always do what we say we will do. No one is 100% trustworthy. And I've got a counsellor friend who cynically said to me that the older he gets, the less he trusts. But if we're going to build a really strong life, and we need something or someone that is 100% reliable, trustworthy, and is totally committed to our well-being, Nehemiah comes to the Ancient of Days, which is a little phrase, not in this version but in other versions, which relates to how God is bigger than ourselves. It's ancient of days. It's a beautiful little term. And he advocates to the Ancient of Days, and he prays that the vows that God has made, the Ancient of Days has made, would be kept. And we can actually do the same. In the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, it takes a struggler to the and next to them, and we'll keep on coming back to the and next to them, relationship that we can have with God. Step 1 says this. Step 2 came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Someone greater than ourselves, God, Ancient of Days, that there is someone out there that is greater than ourselves that can restore us to sanity. Step 3 made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understand God. Look, we are never alone in the rebuild. God is eternally committed to our recovery. A power greater than ourselves is permanently right next to you. And that's really important. Really, it's a great assurance that I have and everyone has, that the Ancient of Days is with us, next to us, helping us, restoring us. And there's a quote I'd like to share from Brené Brown. Spirituality is recognizing and celebrating that we are all inextricably connected to each other by a power greater than all of us, and that our connection to that power and to one another is grounded in love and compassion. Brené Brown. Here's a question. What gets stirred up inside you knowing that there is a power greater than yourself ready to help you? What gets stirred up inside? And finally, here's a rock to build, a recovery rock to build with. The Ancient of Days is with us and is committed to our well-being. Hey, I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you're finding this series helpful. You can pick up the book at Amazon or any other bookstores, and I'll even send you one, an e-version if you have a Patreon of mine on Patreon. And you can find out all the details and more about the book over at my website called turningthepage.info, Broken to Build. And we'll see you tomorrow. I'm just going to carry on doing these series, and hope you're enjoying this, and leave some comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thanks very much. Bye.